I have a story for you. This is my guitar. It's a 2006 Fender custom shop Telecaster, basically. It's modeled after and supposed to be like a replica of a 1951 Nocaster. A little bit of history. The reason they call it a Nocaster is it doesn't have the Telecaster name up there at the top. Normally it would say like Fender Telecaster. It would be like part of that little sticker that's right there. But in 1951, whenever they first made it, they called it a Broadcaster with a C. And the Gretsch company had a drum kit at the time called a Broadcaster with a K. And so they didn't like that Fender was going to call their new guitar Broadcaster, so legal mumbo jumbo. Anyway, Leo Fender ended up going in and cutting off the Broadcaster part of the decal. And until they named them the Telecaster, which is what they're known as now, they became to be known as the Nocaster because there is no any sort of caster written on there. Nocaster, get it? Anyway, this guitar, it's pretty, isn't it? It's one of my dream guitars. I have several dream guitars, like guitars that I would just love to have, but this is definitely one of them. And if you watch the video, whenever we were in Nashville, I went to a guitar shop and I played a different Telecaster. It was a 1973, actually a 73, not a replica. It was a 73 Telecaster Custom, which has a like a humbucker pickup here instead of the two single coils. Anyway, that is also one of my dream guitars, and I was very tempted, very, very nearly tempted to get rid of this guitar in order to get the other guitar. And I've done that a lot. I've done that a lot in my life, and pretty much any guitar that I have, I've probably traded and or sold the one that I had before that in order to get the one that I currently have, which is exactly how I got this guitar. I traded my other guitar for this one. And I've had this guitar for a while now, like 6 or 7 months, something like that, maybe longer. I'm not really sure, but I've only played it maybe a handful of times, and I'm really kind of bummed out about that. But we've been so busy this year and had so much going on that music has kind of taken, not a backseat, but it's not driving the bus anymore. It's like sitting next to me while like other stuff is happening. But I haven't really played it that much, and so I was very nearly tempted to trade it for this other guitar that I liked, and then last night I even listed it online to sell it. And last night I was watching a video from one of my favorite bands, and one of my favorite guitar players, which is in that band, was playing, you guessed it, this guitar. I mean, not this exact guitar, but like one that looked exactly like this. And it got me thinking, whenever I first played one of these, not an actual 51, but like a replica of a 51, when I first played one of these about 10 years ago, I was hooked. I was like, that's what a guitar is supposed to feel like and sound like and play like. Like that's what it's meant to be. And if the 20-year-old version of Josh were to run into today's version of Josh and find out that he ended up with one of his dream guitars and was about to sell it on the internet, he'd punch me in the face, like really hard. Like he would punch me in the face really hard and ask me what my problem was. Why are you selling something that you've always wanted? That got me thinking. Immediately after I saw that video last night, I took the listing down for selling this guitar and decided that I'm gonna hang on to it because I've always wanted it. And it's honestly, like, it's a blessing. I got this guitar at a really great price. It was a really good trade deal. It worked out for everybody. Everybody was happy. And And it was a blessing. It really felt like a blessing. Like, I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming. It felt like just a really good thing. And I started thinking about how I don't want to curse my blessings. I don't want to take them for granted, and I don't want to act like they're not blessings, and I don't want to just throw them out like they don't mean anything, because they do mean something. And I have yet to find out what sort of songs I could play or write with this guitar and why I even have it in the first place. And you might be like, Josh, you're reading into it too much. It's just a guitar. But you know, what if it's not? What if I'm not reading into it too much? What if I got rid of it and regretted it, you know? And that's something that I'm deciding to not do anymore. I'm not going to curse my blessings, or a better example here is to trade my blessings for something else. You know, it's like, I feel like God has blessed me with things. I feel like God has blessed me with an amazing life, an amazing wife, and an amazing place to live, and this amazing city. Like, I have all of these blessings, and I have this amazing guitar that is definitely a blessing. I'm not a professional guitar player, and I have a professional guitar. That's a blessing. And for me to consider trading one blessing for something else is just, that's just foolish to me at this point. Like, thinking about that, that's just greedy. So I just wanted to stop and reflect a little bit today. Reflect on a blessing. Think about a blessing and just be thankful for it. And not be trying to think about like, okay, well, what's the next thing? Because I've really not explored or been able to spend time being thankful for this blessing. And I'm already looking for something else. So what does that say about me? I don't think that that's a good place to be. I think that a good place for me to be is to reflect, is to be very thankful, and is to just focus on the good things that I have and not focus on the things that I don't have. You know, because I've always been the kind of guy who didn't want to have a bunch of cheaper guitars. I would rather have like one or two really, really nice guitars than have a bunch of cheap ones. And you know, don't get me wrong, I would love to have a bunch of really, really nice guitars too, but that's not in the cards at the moment because, well, for one, I don't have enough room to store them, and for two, I don't really need a ton of guitars right now, but I have this one, and I am blessed with this one, and so that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on my blessing, and what can I do with that blessing, and how can I use that blessing to be a blessing to other people? Obviously, this is a metaphor. The guitar is a metaphor. You guys understand that, right? It's not about the guitar. It's not about this. It's about the condition of my heart. Whenever I'm given something good, do I use every part of it and don't let any of it go to waste, or do I just set it aside and start looking for the next thing? So you might think it's just a car, it's just a house, it's just a thing, it's just stuff. So if you look at it that way, maybe it's not just that thing. Maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it's something more. And if you don't know, then ask God about it. Pray about it. God, is this a blessing, or is this something that I just need to, you know, move on from? Like, is this from you or is this not? That's a very simple question, and you will receive a very simple yes or no answer. And at that point, you realize that maybe this thing is a blessing, and I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste this blessing. I'm not going to trade it away or give it away or curse it. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use it to bless other people. So that's it for story time today. I'm going to, I think I might play this for a few minutes and see what happens. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. It's out of tune.